Okay, boys and girls, let me just pull up my screen and I'm going to carry on from yesterday's talk about building up psychological numbers, etc. And why? Well, I think you should actually always back up everything you say. And I mean, today's Remembrance Sunday, and you should always remember things. You know, it doesn't matter what side of the fence you are or what side of the war you are. There's good and bad on either side. Trading's kind of like that as well. But touching on Remembrance Sunday, do remember what happened. You know, a reflection of the past, if it's forgotten, is in danger of being repeated. And none of us wants to go through that again. So think of that and then look at your charts and think, do I want to go through this again? The chances is probably not. So be centralist or neutral. So let's flick this over. What have we got? Well, we've got a heavily overstretched market. Now, I've only got £2.60 left of the target today. Let me kind of explain that. So if I flick this over and I put the bigger face on so I can talk to you while this is in the background. Now, yesterday we were talking about psychological numbers coming into an area of attraction and how a money psychological number can help, because the numbers on the side of the screen, they mean nothing, guys. Absolutely jack shit. Why? Because every broker has different price feeds. So the numbers are never the same. Shape of the market's the same, but the numbers are not. So there we are. So we achieved what we needed to do. So we got it over. And now I'm chipping away. I'm 138 into this 207, or into this 407 rather. And we're going to work our way through. And then when that's done, and then that's your running total. So that's like 16 days. No losing days. Okay? And it's done through methodical chipping away at the chart. Now, this is selling. It's not particularly good. So for this part of the sell, all I want is that bit. All right? Because I'm going to break up what's left. Why? Because it's a stretched market. Let me explain. So if I pull this back and I go back to here. So I'm selling across the board. It's an F trade. Now I grade these things out. It's basically A is really good. B is a base trade. C is be cautious. D is dangerous. F is extended or fucked. At the moment it's extended. All right, so it's still got a bit of meat in it, but it ain't going to go far. Medium TP, so I'm breaking it up. Right, it's pulling against me. So what can I do now? Well, it's not altogether too bad because I've got a baseline. I could actually increase that baseline by putting extra orders into it. And that's what I'm going to be doing. Okay, I'm going to be putting extra orders in. Now, where can I put extra orders in? Well, with this, I've got 200 quid to play with. I also have petrol in the tank. It can run up to there, but the chances are it'll run at this, and then it's going to run at that. Okay? Why is that? Well, you can see it. And if it really wants to go for it, it'll run all the way up to here. Now, that's a bit much to bear, but you can have a look at it and see what the structure of that market is. So let's take that all the way up to the top of the highest point, which is about there. So the tops of here, that is there. There's your clusters. Maybe in and around this area. All right. Let it run against me a little bit. You know, 2 or 3, 4 quid maybe. Off 200 quid, I'll take it. Doesn't really bother me. Why? Because I can stage in and then come back and catch the bounce. So I'm not too fussed about that. So it's in the realms of possibility. Now, when you've got a small account like this one, you have no other choice but to take on heat. No choice whatsoever. Because you've got nowhere to go with it. Get it up to 300, 400, 500 quid. Then I can start changing things up a little bit. But in the meantime, I've just got to pick my battles and make certain I'm on the right side of the direction. Well, that's what that other sheet was about. Now, at the moment, we are okay. we're kind of selling on the lower time frames, and I'm expecting it to bounce up and down. I'll get out of it relatively soon. Why? Because this is starting to get to the bottom. Now, if I look at the 5 minute, it's completely at the bottom. All right. So yes, I want to be in and out of this thing relatively quick. Now, running on from yesterday, we talked about the Bollinger Band. There's a hell of a lot of strength in that Bollinger Band. There's strength in this Bollinger Band. There's strength coming into this Bollinger Band. There is no strength in this Bollinger Band. There is strength in the daily. So most of it tells me this is going down. Okay, so there it is. It's working its way through and it's come back. So it looked a bit scary, but actually it worked. It wasn't scary at all. And it didn't go into any kinds of points of pain either, not really. And then it just runs down. Did you see that, boys and girls? Did you see that? She came in and she's got like the bacon wafting in front of me. I can smell it, but she didn't say anything. Why didn't you tell me there's a bacon sandwich here?
You knew it was there. I was going to get it.
Well, I could smell it.
Would you?
Yeah.
You'd be able to taste it soon.
Taste what?
The bacon sandwich.
All right. What are you laughing at?
You.
Why?
You easily confused.
Oh, I'm definitely easy confused. Do you know why? I got wrong yesterday, you know, because we were trying to sort of figure out what we wanted for tea. And it was like this takeaway or that takeaway. She was desperate to have a fish and all this sort of thing. And she's chewing on about the cost, isn't it? I mean, what's the most expensive thing you've eaten?
Oh, actually.
You know, because you were banging on about it. No?
I don't know. I thought them fish and chips we bought like a couple of weeks ago were really expensive.
So fish and chips is the most expensive thing. It was actually 25 quid for fish and chips. And we only got one bag of chips because, like, we're getting old. We don't eat that much. But she asked me yesterday, what's the most expensive thing I've ever eaten? And apparently, you is the wrong answer. Oh, dear. Boom, got you. Sunday morning, shit, innit? Anyway, forgot my thread now, got my bacon sandwich. Basically, what we're driving at with this chart is I'm not forgetting the past at all. I'm actually remembering where it's been and where it'll bounce. And if you're looking at this chart right now, you will see it. It's there. That's the memory point that we're expecting it to go to. Okay. Now, what happens? You just take your money and reset and be neutral and be happy and use that point to get you to where you want to be. So where do we want to be? Well, I want this to hit that target, £2.60. I can't get there in one go. So I'll have to do it in bits. 60 pence. Well, that kind of makes sense in a strange, odd way. And I can't remember whether I switched this on or not. But that's where we are. That's the total. And if I flick this back over onto this bit, come all the way down, there's yesterday. Now you'll see there's red marks in them all the time. That's a question I get asked. Well, why have you got red marks? And it's still positive because it's what's called net positive. If I have two trades running and one is £3 in profit and the other one is £2 negative, the net profit is £1. So you still made money. All you've done is you've just repositioned the price to then sacrifice another one. That's it. And there's nothing wrong with having sacrificial lambs on the chart. Now, a lot of people don't understand DCA methodology, but trust me, it's the only way to survive in trading. It's the only way. If you're putting all of your eggs in one basket, no, it doesn't quite work. And there's an old saying. lose the battle, but win the war. That's what we're trying to do. Every day is the war. Every position or every small target is the battle. So you can lose a battle, but don't lose the war. And that's why you have reflection. And it's why Remembrance Sunday is incredibly important. We must win the war on freedom. None of us should be suppressed in any shape or form. We should be born free and live free. That's the way. Unless you're asking for a free handout out and you can get stuffed, because there are no free rides in this world. Everybody pulls their weight. Isn't that right, Stinger?
It is.
So when are you going to start pulling yours?
You saying I don't?
No? Never mind laughing like that, you
I
cow.
do.
You haven't pulled anything for a long time. It's crap getting up. Do you want to pull it?
Get on with it.
It's good, this, isn't it? Okay, boys and girls. I think what I'll do is I'll let this one play out and then I'll come back. But basically, you know the gist of what I'm doing. In fact, you do know the gist of what I'm doing if you go through the channel. I pull this up quite regular because it might take it half an hour or so just to drop down because it is extended. So I think what we'll do, normally I would sort of sign off and one thing and another. But this one, because it's coming on 10:30 and it'll be 11 o'clock soon, and we do respect the silence at 11 o'clock. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the video off now and be ready for it. So this one, quiet reflection.